Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather This Morning.
Well, hey, good morning to you. This is Mississippi Live Weather This Morning. I'm meteorologist Maggie McCauley. Thanks for always starting your morning with us, starting your New Year's day with us. Now we're a day past New Year's, so we're on day 2 of the year. We're live from the Room to Room Weather Center, and we're already tracking rain. Day 2 of 2026, and we're already seeing rain here in North Mississippi. Here's what's going on. Mississippi Live radar this morning. You can see these showers have crossed over the Mississippi River. That's what's going on right now. Light rain ongoing in a good portion of the area, mainly in northwest Mississippi. So as we stop this radar motion, show you exactly where these showers are setting up this morning. This is stretching from places like DeSoto, Tate County. This is on the eastern or the western side of 55. So on the western side of these counties right now, Panola County, stretching all the way down into the Delta and down into Attala County as well. So really sitting along and west of 55 this morning. That's where the showers currently are. However, if you're headed up and down 55, maybe going to Memphis this morning from Panola, Tate, DeSoto County, you're probably going to be running into at least one light shower or maybe 2 on the way there. Light showers are continuing to move off to the east, so they're making their way here. They're making their way further into North Mississippi as we head over the coming hours. But that's what's going on right now. Here's what you need to know as you're headed out the door this morning. Number one is we're going to be seeing a rainy day ahead. So if you got any plans, maybe you're not going to be back until this afternoon, I just encourage you, go ahead, grab the rain gear. You're going to need it. We're going to be seeing rain pretty on and off throughout your day ahead. Secondly, it's a mild weekend on tap. So we're dealing with rain today, but a nice and dry weekend is going to be the story over your next few days. And then there comes the warm up. We're going to be seeing very warm temperatures as we head further into January. So if you like the warm conditions, you're going to be liking our official start to our first week of January, because that is going to be the story. Let me show you a few looks outside this morning where there's some rain. This is over in Cleveland. You can see some rain on radar there, really surrounding the city. As I was looking at this earlier this morning, you could see a few raindrops in the background, and maybe you can catch a few here as well. But again, light rain on going over in the Delta. That's the story for portions of Cleveland, Mississippi as well. Here's another live look closer to the rainfall over in Crenshaw, Mississippi. Again, this is all northwest Mississippi because that's where we're dealing with the rain out there this morning. That's kind of at the intersection of Tate, Tunica, Quitman, also Panola County is where Crenshaw sits. So seeing a lot of clouds out there. Not seeing too much rain ongoing. Again, you got to go a little bit further off to the west to see a little bit better rainfall. Temperatures right now are dependent on where you are. If you are getting in on that rainfall, you could be in the 50s this morning. 52 in Clarksdale, 59 in Greenwood, 54 in Cleveland, 40s up in Tate County and DeSoto County. Further off to the east, we do get a little bit cooler. A lot of us starting off in the 40s this morning. 49 in Tupelo, 48 in Houston, 52 in Starkville, 52 down in Louisville. So 40s and 50s are the story out there. Definitely not as chilly as we started off yesterday and over the last few. As we head and look at our rain chances throughout your day ahead, we're looking at our rain coming in kind of 2 spurts, 2 peaks out there today with this coming through. One of those is going to be over your next few hours. So really mid-morning into noon and on. Then we see a little bit of a break in our overall rainfall going into your afternoon, and then we'll pick it right back up as we head into your evening. As we look at your first 12 hours ahead, temperature is going to be in the 50s today for a majority of your day, in the 50s by 10 if you're not already there, in the upper 50s 1 all the way into your 4 o'clock hours. So this afternoon highs yet again going to be in those upper 50s and dealing with rain, yes, for a majority of the day, pretty much on and off. So if you got any plans, again, make sure you're preparing for rain with those as well. Could see a few storms as well into the overall evening hours. Here's a big picture look of what's going on Mississippi Live satellite and radar. You can see that low pressure system. That's exactly where we said it was going to be yesterday morning. That's where we were going to say it is this morning, and it's right over Oklahoma. So it's lining up pretty nicely with our model runs. We're looking at that warm front extending from Oklahoma, Arkansas down into Mississippi. That's what's causing that rain this morning. So that's going to continue. Again, you can see it moving off to the east as it does. We're going to be getting more rain from it. So as you can see, as we go into your afternoon, that's going to continue to scoot off to the east, and we're going to continue to see on and off showers, especially going into the back half of your day, evening hours as well. So any evening plans you got out there for your Friday, you're still going to need the rain gear. The good news is on Saturday, we're mainly dry. That system is going to be sitting off to our east, and we're going to be looking like a lot of dry conditions out there. Cloud cover eventually falling apart throughout the day. And same story for Sunday, looking dry as well. So pretty good weekend on tap amid the on and off cloud cover as we're kicking off the first weekend of 2026. Hey, coming up next, we'll talk more about the rainfall. We'll go more specific in detail about when you can expect rain in and out of North Mississippi today for your specific area. So make sure to tune in with us then. We'll also have a look at your full 7-day forecast again, which includes the weekend forecast and that warm up thereafter. So you're going to want to stick around. All of those details coming up right after this.
Look at Wanda, ready to rock her big presentation. But first, lunch. Sweet Pepper's Deli. Delicious, celebratory, but is it quick? The Cobb salad. Tender oven roasted chicken, topped with cheese. Prepared, plated, and served in 6 minutes? Is this for real? Well, of course. Well done, Wanda. Sweet Pepper's Deli. Yes, ma'am. Life is sweet.
Hey, I'm Chris Murphy at Murphy Brothers. Let me tell you, it's December 2025. It's cold outside, but the deals are hot. 2026, got to get in here to get this new Roxor. Come check them out.
Out with the old and in with the new. It's time to save big at Room to Room's New Year's sale. Store-wide markdowns 50 to 70% off. No tax. 48-month special financing. It's a new year at Room to Room Furniture in Tupelo. There's no place like home.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Maggye McCauley.
Hey, good morning. Good morning to you. Welcome back to the Room to Room Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Maggye McCauley. Take a look behind me at Mississippi Live radar this morning. We are dealing with some rain, not for everybody, but for some of us, especially further into Northwest Mississippi. If you live along and west of 55 this morning, you are dealing with this rainfall. You can see these showers as I'm zooming in. A light shower activity, that's what we're looking at best this morning. So not even some moderate rainfall out there, but some steady ongoing light rainfall really happening along the Mississippi River from South Haven, Hernando, Senatobia, Sardis, Batesville, and those west of that. So Tunica County, Marks, Clarksdale, Duncan, Shelby, Marigold, Cleveland, dealing with that this morning as well. So if you are traveling along these major roadways, 55, 61, 278 over in the Delta this morning, you are going to be dealing with some light ongoing shower activity. However, as I'm zooming out, the further east that you go, the less rain you are dealing with. So maybe a few showers trying to make it down into the Golden Triangle region from West Point over into Columbus. If you're traveling on 50 from West Point to Columbus, you're going to be dealing with some light showers this morning, but a majority of us not dealing with anything at all. So again, some light showers trying to push into Northeast Mississippi. These will be more prevalent over your coming hours. So if you don't plan on getting out for an hour or so, you're probably going to be dealing with rain in Northeast Mississippi when you do. Take a look outside. Lots of cloud cover to start off your day ahead, making it dark a little bit later, if that makes sense. Since we're dealing with so much clouds, making for that sunrise a little bit harder to happen, that sunshine a little bit harder to come through. It's going to take it a little bit longer. So still dark over in Kosciuszko and Tallow County. Temperatures in the low 50s. So definitely chilly out there, but not near as cold as we've been dealing over the past few days. Same story due to all this cloud cover in Oxford in the upper 40s. All this cloud cover acts as a blanket overnight, so it keeps the warmth and the heat trapped in here. So not as chilly of a start across the board. And again, a lot of clouds we're dealing with if you're not dealing with that rain. Here's a look at your airport delays, knowing anybody coming in and out, maybe from their New Year's plans. They're good to go. I'm not tracking any major delays on all of our region-wide airports: Oklahoma, Dallas, Fort Worth, Little Rock, Memphis, Jackson, over into Birmingham and Atlanta, same story. So that's some good news. Even with the rainfall, we're not looking at anything that should inhibit your travel plans. No school day yet again today, and it's going to be a day the kiddos are going to want to stay inside out here for your Friday, but your countdown to sanity, your countdown to the kiddos back home, go back to school, only 3 days away. So we'll talk about what they can expect as they're going back to school in a few minutes, but right now they're seeing a lot of rain out there today. Temperatures again in the 40s as we're waking up for a lot of us. 50s into your mid-morning and only into the upper 50s today, with rain chances pretty much on and off throughout the entirety of your day ahead. High temperatures in the 50s and 60s out there for your Friday. So some of us in the 60s, 60 in Houston, 65 Eupora, 66 Grenada. So further to the south, you're in the middle 60s. You're still sitting warm, a lot like yesterday. Further off to the north, though, hanging out in the 50s, 54 in Alcorn County, 58 in Lee County. Overall, another mild day ahead with rain in the picture. So let's take it hour by hour. When can you expect the rain in here? Well, here's the thing. I think we're looking at 2 major rounds of rain. Not saying we couldn't see rain in between those, but 2 widespread rounds. One of those is about to come in the next few hours. So this is at 9 a.m. I'm thinking around 8, 9 a.m., we're seeing widespread rain across the board. So if you're not getting out again until your mid-morning, we're looking at rain right back in the forecast for a majority of us, especially moving in to northeast Mississippi. So that's that first round we're watching into your mid-morning. Going about noon and on, we kind of start to see a break. Now, you're looking at green on here, and you're probably thinking, what do you mean break? But these light showers, you can see breaks in those. Again, not seeing rain everywhere all the time as we head into noon in your early afternoon. However, as we shift further on into the evening, the story changes. More widespread rain back in the picture, and a few of these as we head into your evening hours could be on the not the stronger side of things, but the heavier side of things. So we could see a few rumbles of thunder going 6 o'clock all the way through your 10 o'clock hour. Not expecting anything severe, but you could run into a heavier downpour that wouldn't be too fun to drive through. That's going to be the story going later on into your evening. Now, as we head overnight, the good news is that looks to clear out, and we look to start off our Saturday on a dry note. I can't rule out maybe a passing light shower or drizzle further north of 82 for your Saturday, but for the most part, we're just looking at a whole lot of clouds out there for your Saturday, and even that starts to clear out as we head overnight and then into your Sunday. So that's some good news. You got any Saturday plans? Nothing to cancel them for. However, just make sure you have the rain gear today. As for how much rain are we looking to see from this system ahead? Well, around 1/4 inch. That's what we've been saying. A little bit further east you go, a little bit better your chances are. Zooming into here in North Mississippi, I think 1/4 inch is really what's average. It's going to be the average of our rainfall totals. The further east that you go, maybe around 1/10. The further west that you go, maybe around 1/10. The further east that you go, you could pick up around 1/2 inch. Again, if you get under one of those heavier pockets pretty consistently, you could pick up 1/2 inch. Majority of us around 1/4. This weekend, we're going to be seeing dry conditions and temperatures in the 50s. It's honestly going to be a nice weekend out there. If you have any plans, encourage you to take it outdoors. We'll look at a good mix of clouds and sun both days. Temperatures in the middle 50s on your Saturday, low 50s for Sunday. This is really where we should be for this time of year, so I would enjoy it because we're not going to be sticking there very long. Our temperature outlook as we head further on to January. Looking warm, looking very warm out there. And for a good portion of the eastern United States, looking warm as well. You can see that deep red covering states of Arkansas, Tennessee, the Carolinas, Georgia, Alabama, all the way up into the Virginias. So warmer than average conditions look to come back into the United States and for a majority of us as well. You'll see it on your 7-day forecast. Take a look at this. We'll be in the 50s over your next few days, again, drying out for your weekend. By the time we're headed back to our regular scheduled routine on your Monday, taking the kiddos back off to school, you're going to work, temperatures starting off in the 30s, but ending in the 60s. We're going to be seeing a day where you kind of have to dress for 2 different weather patterns, right? Dress in layers because you're going to need the coat in the morning. Not going to need it in the afternoon. We'll see temperatures continue to climb eventually into the 70s, y'all, or at least close to it as we had Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Thursday is when we'll see our next best chance of rain. So going around a week from today is when our next best chance of rain will be on your Thursday. But until then, a warmer work week is in store. Hey, make sure to tune in with us again this morning. We'll be live 2 more times coming up at 7 and 7:30. So in the next 15 minutes, we'll talk about what you can expect out the door with this rain. We'll look at where it is and where it's going to be over your coming next few hours. So make sure to tune in again at 7 and 7:30.
Growing up, Gabe was naturally curious. When he began to discover weather, Gabe just didn't want to know what was happening, but he wanted to know why it was happening. Gabe became fascinated with tornadoes, and it impacted his life. He wanted to pursue a career in meteorology. Even though Gabe grew up in Alabama, Mississippi has now become his home and his family. And one thing about Gabe is he keeps his family safe.